Welcome back. Hey. Welcome back to another pop-up as we move through our week of rhythm and metabolic improvement. Hey, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life, avoid complications, go to the next level. We're creating the life we've always wanted, and we are living. That's right, we're living limitless lives. And our goal here is to help you to live a long, healthy life so you can be around for those things that are so important, the connections with your family and your friends, and all the things that you have put time into achieving so that you can enjoy that. So our goal is to provide a program for you to just be able to jump in, for you to be able to connect without having to reinvent the wheel. And right here, right now, we are using one of the pillars of our health action plan, and that is fasting. And so you have joined me now. We're a little early, just about a few minutes for our 48 hour check-in. We're right at 47 hours and 45 minutes or thereabouts. All right. But well on our way. So if you are here and you are ending your fast here today on this show, on this pop-up, kudos to you. Congratulations. You started yesterday. This is your 24-hour period, and you have decided that you are taking charge of your health and you are doing what you need to do to be successful and to be healthy. And so my hat's off to you. Kudos to streamers, noisemakers, balloons are going up, rockets are going off because you have done something incredible. You've made a choice for your health. Okay, so congratulations to you. Those of you who ended your fast yesterday, congratulations to you as well. Welcome, whatever platform you're joining us from, whether that's here on LinkedIn or Twitch or Instagram, whether you're on Facebook, and of course here on YouTube, we welcome you. And go ahead and drop in the comments where you are right now. Where are you watching us from? We'd love to give you a shout out wherever that is. And so special shout out also to our accelerator members. Thank you all for coming through and hanging out with us and being in this space. So here I am at what number? What number did I say? The 48 is essentially where we are. We'll be doing our check-in later this evening at 56 hours, 9 p.m. on the channel. So make sure you join us for that. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll be doing our full review of fasting, how to prepare for the fast, how to get through the fast successfully, and what's going on in our bodies. And then, of course, how to break the fast. And you get to see what I eat at that time for my first meal. Come on, join me. You get to see what I'm going to eat for the first time. If you didn't see my first meal or my last meal before getting into the fast, go ahead and get to the channel. There is the playlist there, and it's entitled This Week's Videos. That's the beginning of it. Watch those. That tells you what's been going on this week. If you want to know what conversations we're having, what the shows are. And this has been an amazing week. We're talking about rhythm. We'll get to that here in just a minute. Okay? So make sure you're doing that. Also, for our Move campaign, if you've been following us, if you've been walking through that path with us, remember metabolic optimization via exercise. We talk here about fasting. We talk about balanced bites. Of course, Move is a arm of this because it contains two of the pillars, that is walking and strength training. So make sure that you are over there joining us for that as well. And so I'm so excited to see the benefits that our community members are getting. Actually, over the last couple of days, we've seen people who've been talking about fasting for 48 hours, and one person, this is their eighth or ninth fast in a week, in a series where they are doing 48 hours. As you know, we propose that you be able to work your way up to be able to fast for at least one 24-hour period once a week as a way of resetting your body, improving your metabolism, increasing your or decreasing your insulin resistance, and being able to burn some of that fat that's stored so that our weight continues to go down. Okay, so with all that said, we are talking about rhythm. This week is we're talking about rhythm. And remember, there are two meanings that we have for rhythm. One is, what is the tenure of your life? What's your why? What is that anchor thing that will hold you when life begins to take its toll? When life starts doing its thing, as we say, when life starts lifing, what is the thing that's going to help you to be consistent? That is the anchor. That's the rhythm of your life. That's number one, the first meaning. Number two is, what is the cadence? What is your day like? What are the things that you've put in place to make sure that you have a system that is repeatable, right? So what do you, when you get up in the morning, is it just a mad rush every day? Do you have some things that you've put in place that will help you to reflect on the day, to tweak whatever is going on in the day so that you can be successful? So one is our why. Number two is, what's the cadence? What is the thing that we have in place? What is the tenure of your life? How does your day typically go? And so we're talking about rhythm this week. And so for you, the question is this. Question is this. Have you identified, have you identified something in your rhythm that's currently working? You know, we always talk about the things that don't work, right? So, oh, this is not working, and I can't get this right, I can't get that right. But I want to ask you, the question here is, what is the thing that is working for you? I want you to pause for a minute. I want you to think about that. Many of us are successful in our employment, successful in our jobs. Some of us are successful at church. Some of us are successful in our community, maybe in our families. There are lots of places where we find success. Some of us are amazing at playing instruments or playing a sport. Some of us are great listeners or conversationalists. We have hobbies that we're successful in. So what is successful for you? And what is a rhythm that is successful right now? Because in those spaces where you are successful, yeah, guess what? There is a rhythm to it. You may not even be thinking about the rhythm. You say, well, I just do that. That just comes naturally to me. But there is a cadence to it. There is something that's there that you are able to successfully do. And so then the question becomes, once we found that, how do we apply that in this space in our health? Come on, I want you to listen to that. Right? So now that we've figured out what it is that is working, how do we take that and how do we translate that into our health? Because our goal is to help you also to be successful in your health, just like you're successful in those other spaces. We often use those skills to advance, to be successful in our careers and in family and in community and in church and all those places, but we don't apply those same skills to our health. And my challenge to you is, the rhythm that's there, we can take that and we can apply it right here in this space. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead, and I see some of our community members out there. Let me go ahead and say hello. So Cornelia, what's up, Cornelia? Cornelia says hi, and she's saying hi from Ohio, Buckeye State. And then Pamela saying hello. Hey, Pamela, what's going on? Thank you for coming through. And then Cornelia saying hi to Pam. Thank you guys for being here and hanging out with us. So once again, back to rhythm. What is working, and what can we glean from that? What can we take from that and apply it to this space in our health? So we don't want to have to reinvent the wheel. If there is something that's working, let's grab onto that, let's hold on to that, and let's move it and let's use it in this space. Okay, so that's our thought. So fasting. Fasting is a rhythm. Pause. Because you hear me say that I encourage everyone to work their way up so they can fast at least one 24-hour period once a week. That is a cadence. That is a rhythm. So we're not randomly fasting. As you see, I come on and I fast on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? So we start the fast Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday afternoon, that's one day. Wednesday afternoon to Thursday afternoon, that's 2 days. Thursday afternoon to Friday afternoon, that's 3 days. Okay, so that's my fast, 3 days. So that's my fasting schedule. I don't randomly change it unless something is going on. And you guys have seen when I travel, we will adjust that, either moving up a little bit. We've done sometimes where we've actually done a shorter fast think at one time we did a 24-hour fast, then restarted it for another 48 hours because there was something going on between day one and day two. Now, we'll come back to that point in a minute. But the idea is that there is a rhythm there. So I don't think anymore about when fasting is happening. It's not a big deal anymore when fasting is happening because it is a pattern that I've gotten into doing. Okay, my family knows, my team here knows. You know, when I go to church, they talk to me about fasting, right? Because it's a pattern. It's become that rote thing that's happened, and so now I don't have to spend energy about deciding to fast. It will happen. I just now need to be creative in my fast. It frees me from that decision that I've got to make about whether I'm fasting, because it's not whether I am. I am fasting. The question really is, am I extending the fast like we did? Was that last week or a couple of weeks ago? We extended it beyond the 72 hours for another 12 hours. Was it 8? Yeah, 12, 80, 72, 84 hours. So the power of the rhythm is that it takes away the friction and it allows it to become smooth and it allows it to flow. Okay? So fasting is a rhythm. Working your way up to 24 hours once a week is a rhythm. Because as that rhythm happens, the body also adjusts to that. Your ability to get into the fast and have your hormones begin switching, right? Metabolic flexibility, get into burning fat and ketosis, all of that improves. Your body says, okay, this is what we do now. I don't have to spend time wondering about whether are we starving. So if we're starving, I need to decrease my metabolism to match. But no, this okay, cool. This is what we do. We are fasting. We're not going to take anything in, and then we're going to start eating again at some point. So body becomes familiar with that, and that helps us to move into ketosis much simpler. Because fasting is a rhythm, there are some things that surround fasting. Eat the meal that we eat before we get into the fast, the meal that we eat after we get in, after we finish the fast, what we do in the fast in terms of hydration and activities and sleep and relationships. So the fasting, because it's a rhythm, there is a domino effect now that happens. So you thought that, oh, I'm just fasting and it's just a matter of my food. But no, that fasting actually takes hold and it covers a multitude of things in your life. So amazing ability that fasting has to do for us the things that we want to do, not just in our health space, but also in our relationships. I shouldn't say just in our health space, because remember the domains of health? The domains of health actually cover all of the areas of our health: social, mental, relational, and occupational, intellectual, physical, spiritual, right? So all of those 8 domains of health. If you've not done so yet, go back and watch, or if you have done so, go back and watch those and refresh your memory because they all are involved with our health. Okay, all right. So we're fasting. We're right now at 48 hours. We'll be in for our check-in this evening at 9 p.m. for our 56-hour check-in. Come in, join us for that. Tomorrow we'll be back as we do our complete review of fasting, preparing for the fast, getting through the fast successfully, and then breaking the fast. On Saturday night, we'll have a video from the vault at 9 p.m. Central, and then Sunday morning, This Week in Review at 6 a.m. right here, and then we'll be back on Monday for Dwain Woode MD Live as we continue our quest to be healthy. Hey, this is Dr. Dwain Woode. Thank you for coming through and hanging out with me. That's Wood with an E. The E stands for endocrinology. I educate, I empower, and I encourage you to take charge of your health and your life, avoid complications, go to the next level. We're creating the life we've always wanted, and we're living limitless lives. Remember, you don't have to have superhuman power. All you need is a strategy you can trust, a plan you can follow, and the support and determination to be successful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out with us. We will see you in the community. Bye-bye, everybody.